My name is Emily. Welcome to my garden. It's the place where dreams are cultivated. I'd like to introduce you to Mrs. Spellman of Attleboro, who has made a lifetime of knitting Irish knit sweaters, and they are lovely. Thank you for letting me come into your home.
It's my pleasure.
You live right here in Attleboro. These
Yes.
sweaters, which originated in Ireland, have a history and have come to our little hometown. The history of the Irish sweater began at the Aran Islands, 3 islands at the mouth of Galway Bay. Those who lived there made their living from farming and fishing. Outdoor work created a need for warm, protective, and practical clothing from the harsh Atlantic environment. The sweaters were originally made with unwashed wool that still contained natural sheep lanolin, making it water repellent. The story goes that the patterns were used to help identify bodies of fishermen washed up on the beach following an accident at sea. The sweaters were and remain a reflection of the lives of the knitters and their families. These individual clan patterns have been recorded and registered with the Aran Sweater Museum. How long have you exactly been doing this?
I guess 25, 30 years, I don't know. Always knitted, but when I went to Irish Knits, I'm not sure of when I did it.
I'm sure you do know this. All of these sweaters actually mean something.
Yes.
Historically, each family had their own particular pattern, a unique combination of stitches which was closely guarded and passed down from mother to daughter. A finished sweater contains approximately 100,000 carefully constructed stitches and can take the knitter up to 60 days to complete. It can contain any combination of stitches depending on the particular clan pattern being followed. Each stitch carries its own unique meaning. Some stitch patterns have a traditional interpretation, often of religious significance. The cable stitch is a depiction of the fisherman's ropes and represents a wish for a fruitful day at sea. The honeycomb is a symbol of the hard-working bee. The diamond is a wish of success, wealth, and treasure. The basket stitch represents the fisherman's basket and hope for a plentiful catch.
These are little lumps of sugar,
Lumps of sugar.
sweetness. These are the chains of the ropes that the fishermen use. This snake road.
Is a mixture of your clan.
Yes, that's the clan.
Okay,
Yeah.
it represents something. Do you individualize that to the person rather than as of a clan that's registered?
Yes.
That's what I thought I heard.
I don't want theirs to be
Identical.
Yeah, I try to keep them separate.
Your own identity.
Yes.
That's a good thing.
And
Always keep your own identity. You've done this much with all of these patterns in 4 days.
yes.
That's incredible. That's incredible. And this is handwork now. We're not talking a machine. We're talking a machine.
Yeah.
Best machine ever invented, right?
Yes, and I enjoy doing it. I have a book here that I've been working out of. It's completely torn apart. I've had to go to a second book, and now
Those are the best books because you know that they've been loved.
And
Just like the Velveteen Rabbit.
this one here is now just about had it too, and the pages have fallen apart. I've made every pattern in this book.
In just interpreting a pattern, if you're a knitter and you know what I'm talking about, you have to read it and reread it.
You have to really do it as you're
Yes,
going
you
along.
do.
Like for instance, now take this one I'm doing right now. Now there go some stitches off.
Ruh-roh.
Let's not lose those things.
I'm
because
outta
they're
here.
awful. This is very tricky because every row is different. You have to have the book there to tell you what to do on the next row.
I am a knitter and I know how detailed that is.
And
you have
these-
to concentrate.
These little lumps of sugar, as I call them, they're made from the wrong side. So if you and
Let's reverse the pattern while
Yeah.
we're at it.
so these are tricky to make.
If you are fortunate enough to be of the clan or to be coerced into having a sweater knitted for you, you will know it's authentic by this little tag. What's the care after? How do you wash them? How do you
Do
care
not
for them?
wash the sweaters. One of my daughters had to have a second one made for her because her husband put it in the washing machine, and then they gave it to the infant child. We do not wash them. We
Dry cleaning.
dry clean them. Yes.
Another rule, big no-no.
Big no-no, don't put it in the laundry. I won't make them unless I make them out of wool, an Irish wool, because it's so much work goes into them, and love also.
That's right.
And I love being flattered.
Work is a love made visible, and I think
love
you've
doing
done that.
it. But the reward in their face when I give them one it's unbelievable.
I spin wool. When I get into a hobby myself, as you get so involved in it, you want to know everything there is to know about it. The original sweaters were actually knitted from raw wool. That's wool that still is in the grease, as they say. They would spin wool in front of the fireplace because it would activate the lanolin, which in turn would make the spinning wheel turn more freely. And at the same token, the farmer wife or fisherman's wife would end up having a little hand treatment of her own. It would act as a cream for their hands that were rough and battered from all of the hard work that they had to do. So in helping their husbands keep warm, they were taking care of themselves. We must do that. I would like the privilege of a personal lesson, how you do this.
I'm doing the back row, which is nothing but knitting, straight knitting.
Yep, and a purl is backwards.
Purl is backwards. To do these twistings of the snakes there, you have to put all these stitches over on to another needle and hold them in back. And then you knit 2 stitches from here, and then you put 2 back on here that you're going to purl. I just knitted those 2. Now I
think this is easy, huh?
And I take those. Now I purl these 2.
So you've just made a twist or a cable.
Yeah. All right. Now I go back to the holding needle, or the cable needle we call it, and finish off the other 2 stitches that are there.
And now they're all back on the original needle.
Now, that's what's made this twist in here.
Incredible. That really takes a lot of focus.
Yeah. Let me show you something.
Okay.
Now, I got here. They bring me a picture of something they like. Now, here's a little card. This was for my great-grandson.
Okay.
And for his party.
The little engine that could.
And so
I think I can.
My granddaughter said to me, Nana, can you make him a sweater and put that on the front of it? So we did.
I thought I was good because I could do it on a cake.
We did this. We drew up the picture. My daughter drew up the picture for me.
Now you have to tell me your daughter's name.
My daughter Betsy.
Betsy did this.
Betsy does my drawing for me. So she drew this picture of the locomotive, and we put this on the front of a sweater. So I don't just knit Irish knit sweaters.
You're an artist. You're a craftswoman. I can't thank you enough for letting me come in and share this time with you. We're going to end this segment to the sweet tenor sound of Mr. Spellman's voice as we go back to my garden. See you in a minute. And I'll see you back at Emily's garden in just a minute. We part until we meet again. See you next time here in Emily's garden.
I'm Irish and I'm lovable, and do I love you? Yes, I do. It's true to repeat, I'm wholesome and sweet. I'm Irish and beautiful too.
Thank you. Thank you very much.